so scared that I am so violent I can't control my violence.
He's got a side to him that's scary.
I'll you till you love me.
That is like one of the deepest, darkest things a person's ever said to somebody.
He gets out of control.
911 police emergency. You want something on to Puerto Rico? You know him well, or is this somebody you just now met? It's someone that's fixing this.
There has been a rape. Mr. Mike Tyson has been alleged to have committed the crime.
An Indiana grand jury has indicted former heavyweight boxing champ Mike Tyson. He is charged with raping a woman who was a contestant in this summer's Miss Black America pageant.
Desiree Washington knows what happened in the room. I know what happened, and I know I'm innocent.
They don't believe that I hate myself.
Yeah.
They can never believe that I hate myself.
Right.
You gotta have the monster. Have to. In order to be a world champion in any type of combat sport, you have to have that monster.
I wish one of your guys had children if I could kick them in the head or stomp on their testicles.
They determined that you were suffering from depression, low self-esteem, and that you had problems with anger management. And that's all they said was wrong with me?
You have to face your demons. You hear me, Mike? Because if you don't, they'll follow you to eternity.
I gotta have regrets. Excuse me? Regrets. Any?
Then I fly to Japan to fight James Buster Douglas.
His outstanding record, 37 wins, no defeats. The one and only Iron Mike Tyson!
Well, how true were the stories of you just not training at all for that?
Yeah, listen, that's true too, but even then, I wasn't trained, I was still knocking them out. So I thought I could do it with this guy. If I did it with better fighters than him, I thought you could do it to him, you know?
Still another day at work for Mike Tyson. He looks almost bored.
So they said Bobby said that he was with you in Japan and y'all had girls dancing.
I tell you, I get carried away sometimes. I had some.
You're having sex with the maids.
They were so ugly too.
For that all night. Oh, that's a nice uppercut that side. The drop Buster Douglas.
What was your mental state going up against the most fearsome fighter on the planet?
It's like, well, you know, here comes another one that's gonna bite the dust quick. Because at that time, he was like a wrecking ball, going through heavyweight contenders left and right, so.
And here it is at 9. Is he gonna get up? Yes, he does. All right. And that's the Mike Tyson we've been looking for all night. And now the big question is, can Buster get it together?
There were people who bet $160,000 plus on Mike Tyson as a 42-1 favorite, meaning you'd only win $4,000.
Prior to this fight, despite only being 23 years old, Mike had already created a Hall of Fame level of stardom. The more opponents he knocked out, the more money and power he gained. But Mike had demons that needed to be tamed, and I believe this loss to Buster Douglas was the beginning of those demons being let loose.
6 weeks ago tonight, a contestant in the Miss Black America pageant in Indianapolis said that she was raped by Mike Tyson.
I begged, I cried, I did everything that I could, and nothing worked.
Now, there was a lot of things I could have gone to prison for at this time, but this wasn't one of them.
Oh, I'm in a dream day after day. Beautiful women, such an array. What can I say?
2 o'clock in the morning in a man's room with beds. What were you doing there at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I just wasn't thinking.
I mean, their defense essentially was that anybody that goes out with Mike Tyson knows she's going to be raped, and therefore Mike Tyson, this is his defense. I think it was a horrible job they did.
The truth of the matter of what happened that night then is what?
That she was not.
It was the most heinous day of my life because I go into prison, I lost my humanity, I lost my reputation, I lost everything that I worked so hard for. In the last 3 years, I had the chance to reflect on my life and develop my mind, and I will continue my journey to making myself a better person.
After being released and promising to change for the better, Mike would win his next 4 fights in the ring, but then lost his 5th to Evander Holyfield.
Such a frantic pace, and you pointed that out. Look out now as they come together. Here, there he is. Oh, down goes Tyson. A left hook. That was a body shot. A straight right hand. The Talbot stops the fight, and Holyfield has won. I can't say it. It's the most unbelievable thing I've ever been privileged to witness.
This then sparked a rematch, one that proved that Mike was yet to step away from his dark side.
Another look at Evander, just kind of dives. There it is, right there. Puts his head down and comes straight in and hits Mike right in the corner of his right eye.
This is my career. I can't continue getting buddy like that. I gotta retaliate.
This is the second bite of the round. Right on Evander's ear. In the ring after the end of the fight, Tyson's trying to get at Holyfield again.
Help me! And Holyfield, he looked at him and bite his throat off.
What were you thinking at that time?
Biting the back. I'm serious.
He was so used to being the biggest, baddest mug in there, and in a situation where he wasn't, he goes, I have to go find him. You bite a motherfucker. He bit that motherfucker.
Tyson bit you? For real? At the press conference?
Yeah, he bit me.
On your thigh?
On my thigh.
So it still exists to this very day?
Yes, it does.
Tyson left to the 6th round. And if McBride actually wins this round, it would be a 10-7 round. Not a knockdown. McBride was pushing. He's having difficulty.
I don't think I have it anymore because I got the ability to stay in shape, but I don't got the fighting guts, I don't think, anymore. I'm just fighting to take care of my bills, basically.
Does that mean we won't see you fight again?
Yeah, most likely I'm not going to fight again.
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me.
Now those days are gone. It's empty. I'm nothing. The reason why I'm crying because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. They tell them like a guy like me. Tell them who a guy like me is. Who I really am behind all this stuff.
Behind all this stuff?
Yeah, let them know.
You're a scared little boy sometimes.
A place where dreams are broken and memories best forgotten. Welcome to Brownsville.
I was abused anyway a human being can be abused as a kid. You know, I want people to love me. I want people to care about me. That's the way I became ferocious. No one loved and cared for me.
He used to hide between walls to not get picked on. And I believe when you do that, you never get outside of that wall. To a certain extent, you're always hiding in that wall for the rest of your life.
They think that I was a rough kid and I used to get in a lot of street fights and I used to beat up a lot of people. That isn't true. I used to get beat up all the time and picked up on.
What do you recall from your mother?
Alcoholic, excessive in everything, party, drinking.
When did you first try any drugs?
Kid, 10
when you were a
years
kid?
old, 9 years old.
How old were you when you first tried acid?
Probably 11.
Wow.
Yeah, real young.
Jesus, man. Wow, that's real young.
Everybody was, kicking the out of me in school, so I had to stop going to school.
Okay.
So started crying. It's just what it is, You can't go to school no more. You can't get an education. You go to crying.
By the time I was 12 years old, I was arrested over 38 times.
Clearly from what we can see, Mike's life has had its rough points. From childhood trauma to overwhelming fast fame, he didn't get the help he required during his times of need. Only later in life did he discover something that really contributed to helping him.
The baddest man on the planet had to learn how to ask for help. Mental health is about asking for help. I don't know, I'm scared.
This is Mike Tyson's therapist, Sino, someone who tremendously helped Mike overcome his struggles with anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. Mike, like many of us, avoided therapy for a while due to his ego believing he didn't need it. But once he started it, his life changed.
Mike Tyson needs therapy constantly.
Well, those are the people
Do you
that
have a
should give
therapist,
therapy.
Mike?
Huh?
You have a therapist?
Yeah, I have a therapist.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad to say that this video is a paid partnership with BetterHelp. I first used BetterHelp a year ago to overcome struggles with managing work and life balance. Making YouTube content every day, it was easy to burn out without having someone to give me a blueprint on how to handle things. I always knew therapy was there but never thought of it as an option. BetterHelp made it easy to get this help due to the convenience of not having to travel and being in the comfort of my own room. It's sometimes hard to open up to loved ones for many different reasons, but by having your own therapist, it allows you to receive unbiased advice or just have an ear to listen to your issues. Sometimes having someone to talk to is all you need. After answering questions that help identify your struggles, usually within 48 hours you'll be matched with a professional therapist who has years of experience helping people with struggles just like yours. You do all the sessions from the comfort of your own home via a phone call, video chat or messaging. Let BetterHelp find you a therapist who can support you too. Visit betterhelp.com/jwisdom or choose jwisdom during sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. Thank you BetterHelp, and let's get back to the video.
What led to you deciding to pursue boxing?
I met a gentleman by the name of Bobby Stewart. His name was Irish Bobby Stewart that he fought under.
I remember the day when Mike came, yes. I remember the first time laying eyes on him.
He said, I don't want you to go back to Brooklyn because you'll get in trouble and get killed or go to jail.
To take Mike to the next level, Bobby introduces him to the legendary trainer, Costa Mato.
It's good, but it's not perfect. I was only 13. I didn't want to appear that I was afraid. And he said, are you ready for the job at hand? And I said, yes, I am. But I had no idea what he had in store.
He was more than my manager. He was like my father, really. Yeah. He was my father, and this would never happen if it wasn't for him.
But Cus was beautiful. I love Cus because I'm a street kid. I never had mother or father really that close, but he taught me how to read, write.
Mike, did you love him or you were afraid of him?
Both.
Really?
Yeah. If he told me to kill you, I would kill you.
Really?
Yeah. He had this guy know. I didn't know I was the one. You know, it was very easy for me to block out the fact that my mother was sick when I was being praised and worshipped upstate. Actually, I didn't know how sick she was until it was too late. She died of cancer, but I think she died of a broken heart. And she had a dream that she never accomplished.
Did you ever get the chance to tell her that you loved her?
I don't know, we didn't have that relationship. I think my mother was disappointed in me as a person. You know, she didn't have hope for me.
Mike was 16 when his mother passed away, so Cus decides to adopt him legally. This would allow them to train every day and work towards Cus's plan for Mike.
This guy's really crazy. That's what I read. This guy's crazy. He said, you do what I tell you to do, and if it doesn't work, then you could leave. So I said, okay, bet.
If I think about where I'm going to hit him and how many times I'm going to hit him, I have everything planned ahead of time. And if I know, if I hit him in the body once and I see that hurt, I'm going to hit him in the body at least 20 more times. And then if he's still up after the 20 more times, I'm going to hit him to the head.
Big dreams, I got big dreams since like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got his eyes, they keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it on this earth. Where's your worth?
I was accompanied by Jimmy Jacobs, who was my manager at the time. And he had told me that within 10 hours, Cus would be dead. I was just 19 years old. I didn't know what to do with my life. I was very scared. I felt very vulnerable. I felt lonely. I just felt naked to the world. I just felt like a very vulnerable young boy.
You miss him to this day?
We had a totally different relationship. It's wild. He went so fast. This guy, I wish he would have saw me. I wish he would have saw my children and stuff.
This is the main event of the night. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Championship of the World.
Bangs the body. Wow, that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a right left hook, and he goes down. Trevor Berwick falls back in the rope. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. We've got a brand new heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson.
Because I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be 19 years old, 20 years old, to be that fucking famous.
Click, click, juvenile detention guy, robber, heavyweight champ of the world. That quick. And it's just, of course, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. There's no way I could have prepared myself to handle that.
Who can handle that? Can anybody handle that?
No, it was a trip, but it was just what Custom Model, that was his blueprints to make me this teenage superstar.
Did he give you advice on how to handle pressure and fame and?
Oh, the pressure and everything, but we have to see what Department of Fame is your problem, and we have to work on that issue from there.
When Mike was watching a TV program, Head of the Class, he was captivated by the beauty of one of the actresses, Robin Givens. Using his newfound fame and power, he pursued Robin for months, and eventually, they were the power couple of the time. However, this came to be one of Mike's many regrets.
This thing, we were just two young kids that shouldn't have been married and was kind of famous. And shouldn't have been married in the first place.
What's it been like, this roller coaster?
It's been torture. It's been pure hell. It's been worse than anything I could possibly imagine.
I can't believe Robin Givens was saying those lies about me right on worldwide television, right there in front of everybody. I don't know what she wanted to accomplish by it.
Does he hit you?
He shakes, he pushes, he swings.
Her marriage of boxing champ Mike Tyson and actress Robin Givens is coming to an end. She announced today through her lawyer that she's seeking a divorce after 8 months together.
So my life is unraveled. Then Robin filed for divorce later that year, And then I make a deal with the devil. I signed my life away to Don King.
Hey Don, why'd you rob Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali like Barack Obama robbed us?
This is just a wretched, slimy, reptilian motherfucker.
He could settle his suit against you, which is for $100 million, because he alleges that you shorted him on purses and ripped him off for tens of millions of dollars.
Because I loved them. And I thought it was just so nice that they would give me an opportunity for me to make them rich so that I could rob them, because they were poor when they came to me and there was nothing to rob.
He's just a bad man. He's a real bad man. He abused you and he would throw you. He would kill his mother for $1. I ain't doing scumbag. You. He doesn't know how to love anybody. That's just the way he is.
The greatest country in the world, man. This is America, baby.
Be that when they get through getting the bills that he's got and all of the different discretions he's caused, he will go home busted.
It's easy to look at the moments in Mike's life and label him as the bad guy. That's down to you. But undeniably, the world has constantly thrown some of the worst obstacles for him to overcome. The rest of his life has been filled with moments that requires a lot of strength to pull through. A week following the first time lost to Buster Douglas in 1990, Mike suffered a tragedy.
And then a week later, my sister Alicia suddenly dies.
Mike's sister Denise was found unconscious by her husband. After being rushed to hospital, she was pronounced dead, reportedly due to cardiac arrest. In the span of 8 years, Mike lost his mother, Cuss, and his sister. His marriage lasted 1 year before it led him to public humiliation and a hefty settlement. He then went to prison, came out, and his boxing career was never the same. He retired bankrupt and depressed, and fell into substance abuse to try and keep himself afloat.
I retired from boxing and I started using cocaine. I had nothing to hold me back, and for a dude like me, that's pretty dangerous. My low self-esteem takes over the wheel, fueled by my megalomania ego, and man, that's an explosion ready to happen. I am so scared that I am so violent I can't control my mind. I see a little boy that's tricked the world to believe that he's the killer when he's really scared, little boy. So that's why I look in the mirror and see. I received a call from the paramedics at the house where Exodus lived with her mother.
Mike Tyson's 4-year-old daughter has died one day after what police called a tragic accident.
I still don't understand what happened. I don't understand why it happened. I don't know how a cord from a treadmill can get wrapped around a 4-year-old girl's neck.
Exodus Tyson was discovered on the treadmill by her 7-year-old brother. Her mom tried to perform CPR, but the child had reportedly stopped breathing by the time the ambulance arrived.
I jumped on the plane immediately, and I went straight to the hospital. Exodus was already brain dead when I arrived. When I first went to the hospital, I was really angry. I wanted somebody to pay and feel how I felt. This is my best thinking at the time. Get my gun, automatic, just like this, and you just go crazy.
Who are you gonna hurt?
Regardless. When I saw other parents there that had children that were dying and just died right there at that moment, they came over to me and comforted me. We were all members of the club that we didn't want to be a part of, the Bereaved Parents Club. They're up there because their kids are dead too. Mm-hmm. So, who the hell am I? Their kids are dying too. Something happened that day. I don't know what happened that day. I couldn't handle it at all.
Happy now? You happy?
Happier?
Well, I'm cool. You know, I'm not no perpetual happy guy. I'm not happy 24 hours a day, every second of the moment I'm happy. Hee hee ha ha. But I'm cool. I'm, you know.